Alright guys, welcome back. I haven't worked on the car at all. I still need to really shape and form this. Now on, because I cut so much here, but when I do work on it, most of the body kits that come with the wider tire, they come out like that and they go way down deep. They make that cut to where it looks like that, okay? That's just because I got the spoiler that you know, it just kind of fouls things up a little bit. So I'm gonna have to reshape that a little bit, and I don't know, I'm still thinking about it, but I'm thinking maybe just come down and maybe from right here, come down, I'll cut this out and go and make this flush right there, and bring it in a little bit more. I don't know yet. Like I said, it's just, I'm not there yet. I've been just trying to drive the car a little bit more. You know, I want to get, before I forget, I want to torque that rear leaf spring. You know, so I need to drive it at least 40 miles, it says. A few things, after driving it a bit, I'm not having any issues, but the back did drop down just a little bit. That settled down, so that sits at 1.5 inches on the back there, and I think that's almost just perfect, actually, because up front is 1.5 inches and right here is 1.5 inches. The only thing though is it doesn't look that way because the way it comes in this way, it looks like it's closer to the tire, and see how it flares more outward towards the back. Now if I really wanted to, I could come in and bring this down and bring everything down and just to follow the tire itself, and that look just really sharp. You know, it's just something I don't think I'm gonna do, but that's something I could do, and that way I could have about 1.5 inches all the way right here. So see, that would have to be like brought in quite a bit, but I think it looks fine as is. What do you guys think? Should I or should I not? You know, just throwing things out there. So then I got to get these sent off. God, I don't know, the last few weeks I've just you know, I haven't been feeling that hot. You know, I got what they call what's called Epstein bar, and it just kind of just wipes me out. It just feels like someone drugged me, you know, and it's like hard to stay awake. So that's what's been going on. I've been doing a lot of other stuff too. I mean, the weather's really nice, you know, and life gets in the way. It really does. Life does get in the way. Another thing, I'm going to be making another video about the Jaguar F-Pace. I'm gonna, because it needs new brake pads and rotors, and that it's time. You know, it has 70,000 miles on it now. Before I just changed the pads out and everything, this time it needs rotors. So I went with a slotted and drilled package for that. So on the Jaguar, so those will look really good, and that'll work good for that. And then, but it's funny, just looking online for the Jaguar, I'm still talking about the brakes. They want anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 to change out everything on the Jaguar. That's ridiculous. Now I know the parts are expensive, but labor does not cost that much. It does not take that long of time to, you know, change out those brakes. And now those are dealer costs. But so I bought the rotors, pads, and the sensors and the whole kit. So, you know, because it comes with wear sensors for $650. Okay, and that's a performance upgrade. That's a performance upgrade package. But if I started piecing out, you know, if I went to AutoZone or O'Reilly's or whatever, you know, I might have saved $100 more. But when I had that drilled and slotted, it doesn't come with the sensors. So really, I think that's the way to go. There was a cheap package, and I've never heard of this place, and I don't want to trust them. $200 for the whole package, and I'm like, nah, I don't think so. So, so the brake kit should be here next Monday. So expect a video on kind of, you know, a how-to for you Jaguar people. Anyway, but with the Vette, I've just been driving it, and I think I'll take it for another spin before these dark clouds come in, as they're starting to come in, so before it rains. So I think I'll try and do that, and then yeah, we'll talk a little bit more. And then I'm still, you know, and what, you know, maybe give me some ideas. But so I know, you know, my daughter should be turning 15 this weekend, so I got 1 year until I give up the Subaru to her. And I've been kind of looking at something else. I want to go used. I don't want to go over, you know, 20. You know, I don't want to spend over about $25,000 if I don't have to. Because I was thinking of it as like a C4 Corvette, because I could get them for, you know, around 10. But the thing with the C4 Corvettes is I might be working on it more than I think. I don't know. You know, on how reliable they are. I've never owned a C4. And I was looking at C6s. C6 Corvettes, because I owned a C6. And so if I was thinking of getting like an early C6. So I don't know. Because they can be had for $20,000 to $25,000, the C6s. The C5s, I'm not big into the C5s. You know, I like the Z06, but the other ones, you know, it is what it is. And I was like maybe looking at the F-Type, the Jaguar F-Type. I don't really fit in them. I tried fitting in one. It's a tight fit, so I don't think I'll be going for that. I am 6'3", but I'm kind of tall in the waist, so my head hits on things. So you know, maybe I'll get another Jaguar F-Pace or something like that, because they're under 20 now for a used one. So maybe any suggestions? You know, I still want something kind of sporty. Maybe if it's like going to be like a crossover SUV or luxury. You know, so, or because I really want another sports car. I want another like Corvette or something like that. But like I said, we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. If something comes across and the time's right, but I got a full year, you know, and I'm not in no big hurry. So just kind of maybe throw some ideas out at me on maybe what you guys think. So I'm open to options. So all right, let's see if we can take this for a spin, and if I don't see you then, see you next time. I never let the carburetor warm up. That choke. I just put extra gas through it. Let it run rough for just a second. That's one reason I want to go with like a EFI. That way I never have to worry about the choke warming up. brakes a little bit harder, but it's more stable. I'm going to go a different route today. Uh-oh, did I feel just a raindrop? I say fast, but it's not. I mean, let's put it this way, it's quick. It's not really fast per se. Yeah, these new cars can just kick its ass if it really wanted to. It's quick for what it is. And it's just kind of, like I said, a fun little toy. have to be kind of careful or don't bust nothing. Those tires made all the difference in the world. Of course, with the new rims, their wheels, and suspension. So this thing's a whole different animal. I feel a lot more courageous driving it. Because before I'd kind of ease into it. I don't care if I bash down on it a little bit. Because before those old tires, sometimes they'd break loose in a second. So that was kind of concerning. But these ones, you can just feel it just grips. As soon as that clutch, you let it, that clutch, you can just feel the grip. So these dittos are really definitely doing their job. Alright, so it's just a short trip around the block. I can see the clouds are coming in fast. See, before I wouldn't even dare to take that turn like that. That's our little drive. I know I drive a little crazy sometimes. Not as crazy as some people. But, yep, we're starting to get raindrop down. Perfect timing, so. Alright guys, that's just my quick update. I'm not going to get much done this week. I want to get the Jaguar done next week first. And then we'll come back to this. See you next time.